Sierra Club, Tittel. I'm here representing the 2.5 million members and supporters of the Sierra Club. It says enough already. Enough pipelines cutting through open spaces and environmentally sensitive areas. Enough with pushing fracking and more fossil fuels instead of a green future. We're here today because 250 years ago, this valley was in the forefront of the battle for liberty, for freedom, and for this country. Back then, we were invaded by the British and the Hessians, and now it's the natural gas companies and the pipelines. They are today's Hessians trying to take our land and our liberty and our freedom and addict us to fossil fuels. We're here today because of 50 years of state and federal policy that says that this area should be protected, whether it's the Highlands Act, the State Planning Act, the New Jersey Clean Water Act, the Federal Clean Water Act, the Endangered Species Act, the Delaware River Basin Compact, and the list goes on and on. This pipeline turns 50 years of public policy and change on its head. It goes against every one of those laws that you mentioned earlier in your talk that you're supposed to measure this up against. If this was a highway, this couldn't be built. But because it's a pipeline and we take away state exemptions and local exemptions, you're going to try to plow this thing through. And that's why we were in court with the Delaware River Basin Commission, the Delaware River Keeper Network, and suing FERC over the Tennessee gas pipeline, because we know you target these pipelines on environmentally sensitive areas and public open space because it's cheaper for the gas company, not what's best for the people or what's best for the environment. And that's why we're here. This is a heavy scar through our valley that not only threatens our safety, it's a giant blowtorch in the ground, but it threatens our economy, which is based on tourism, agricultural, and fisheries. It takes away property values, it hurts those core economic values, and for 98 jobs, you'll ruin our economy and ruin our valley. 98 permanent jobs, and there's no reason why this pipeline isn't going to head down to Cove Point, Maryland, and go off coast and be sent to Europe. Despite what the guy from PennEast said, I mean, he has enough, put out enough gas, you can fill up a pipeline when he spoke. You have to look at secondary and cumulative impacts. I'll just try to explain it this way. When you have a suit or a sweater, you take a razor blade, you put it right through the middle of it. That's all they want to look at, that little narrow cut, not realizing you just ruined the entire suit or sweater or whatever it is. And that's why you need to look at secondary impacts, cumulative impacts. You have to understand that it's not a narrow 100-foot right-of-way, it's much wider than that. And going through existing rights-of-way, you're going to be destroying them and blowing them out anyway. What we say to you, very carefully, is that the only alternative is a no-bid alternative, no-build alternative. This pipeline is in the wrong place at the wrong time and for the wrong reason. We do not need this pipeline, we don't need this natural gas, we don't need this fracking, and all I can say to you is stay the FERC out of my valley.
If you will stop there, I would appreciate it. It is really taking your time, okay? Thank you.